Welcome to the Intro to Writing a Resume, presented by the Student Assistants at University of Portland's Career Services Office. Employers only spend about 20 seconds screening your resume, so it is crucial that your resume highlights your skills, abilities, and attributes that are specific to the position you are seeking. There are many correct ways to format your resume, but make sure to stay clear of pre-made templates. Some common sections that are used in most resumes include a heading, a profile, education, and experience. Before you get started with your resume, let's review these tips. A resume should be ideally 1 page in length. Each section should be tailored to the organization and the position that you are applying for. Don't use I, me, or my statements. Always spell check, as spelling and grammar mistakes are a sure way to get your resume thrown out. Use correct tenses when describing current and past activities. Resumes should be printed on white or off-white resume paper. And your name should be in size 14 to 18 font, and the rest of your resume should be in 10 to 12 size font. So now that you know some basics, let's look at each section. The first section of a resume is the heading. This is where you should have your name and your contact information. This section is important, but should take up no more than 1 inch of space. In your heading, include a mailing address. If the job is in another state, try to include a local address. Be sure to also include a professional email and phone number. Another great addition to this section is your customized LinkedIn account URL. After the heading, you can choose to add a profile section, but this is optional. Sometimes it can be easiest to write last because its purpose is to show what you can contribute to the organization by highlighting your skills, traits, and accomplishments in relationship to what the employer is seeking. If you choose to do a profile, here's what you need to do. In 3 to 4 phrases, answer the question, who are you and what are your key skills and strengths? A sample of what this looks like is shown below. Feel free to hit pause and take some time to review the other samples and brainstorm what you might include in yours. Remember that this section should be tailored to the organization and position you are seeking. If you are a current undergraduate or graduate student, you should have an education section below the profile or below the heading if you chose not to do a profile. The education section includes your degree, majors and minors, the name, city, and state of your school or institution, and the year that you expect to get your degree. If you have studied abroad or received an academic scholarship, it is customary to include those experiences in this section. If you have a GPA of 3.0 or higher, it is also to be noted in this section, but is not required unless specified on the application. The experience section is the most important section of your resume. It is a list of experiences and accomplishments that directly show your skills and achievements that pertain to the position. You can include paid, unpaid, part-time, full-time, internship, and volunteer experiences. Experiences can be grouped together under a broader title as well. Make sure to tailor your experiences to the position you are applying for. If you need help figuring out how to make your experiences relevant, Career Services can help. Organize experiences in each section with most recent first. The details that should be included are the job title and role, the organization, the city and state it was located, and the dates that you held the position. Your experiences should be formatted as accomplishment statements. These statements can be listed as bullet points and should highlight your strengths, skills, and the result obtained from the position. They should incorporate these 3 main points. What did you do? How did you do it? And what was the result? Each statement should begin with an action verb and be sure to put it in the correct tense. You can now take a moment to review the sample below. There are additional sections you can add if there are experiences you want to highlight, but they don't fit within your experience section. These can include leadership experience, volunteer experience, honors and awards, skills, any additional experience, extracurricular activities, and community involvement. If it is an activity with considerable experience, consider adding it to your experience section. Here are some additional tips that you might find helpful when creating your resume. Keeping a master resume with all your experiences allows you to easily pick and choose the ones that are most relevant to the position. An easy way to find out what an organization values is by doing some research on their website. This can help you stand out in the application process. Have a friend, professor, or family member read through your resume to check for errors. You can also have your resume reviewed by a career services staff member during express advising hours. So what now? Once you've created a draft resume, come to express advising hours to have your resume reviewed and any questions answered. After having your resume reviewed and approved, Career Services is happy to provide 10 free pieces of resume paper for you to print your resume on. For access to exclusive resume samples for every major, sign up for the E4 Career Prep course in Moodle.